champion, 13-11.
Cats and dogs, like we said.
Holding call inside on the face-off. It'll be Vermont. Charlie Egan puts it into play.
Side high.
18th of the year for Griffin Fenich, the senior out of Okemos, Michigan. And once again, Dodge comes up with the face-off.
4-0 right now. He's starting to lead the battle there.
Might have been an opportunity for a pole goal there for Jack Combs.
Bar here looks great. Casey Stadium looks amazing.
It's a metal bar, by the way, in case you're wondering. It's not a wet bar up here, just to be clear on that. You saw the face-offs really going Vermont's way, and coming out of that timeout, UMBC finally gets one to go their way.
Tregoning was thinking about firing that, held up. Right in front of Egan, not getting the help he needs, right down low on the pipe.
Egan, that type of goalie, so good with the stick, but you just can't leave someone that wide open and expect your goalie to make that save all the time.
He had 14 saves last week in the win versus UMBC, and a lot of them were the big variety. He had a lot of point blank, but you can't just...
Different times Decker tried to dodge from the near side. How did that help create the open on the far side?
They're sloughing off farther on the far side, so that far side defender is kind of hedging off farther into the... They were almost playing a zone there if you looked at the way it started, but then they kind of went man-to-man. So that far defender was really just kind of floating out there, gave him a little bit of chance. You want to... The boys are playing here on Casey, and the ladies will be playing right up on John Fallon Field, right above.
It's UMBC as an institution knows a thing or two about upsets in the NCAA tournament. The first 16 to beat a 1. A win over Virginia. And a holding call there. And the official lost his shoe. Got that back on as...
For UMBC with 12:26 to play.
27 goals now for Tristan Whitaker. Vermont with 3 players with 20 or plus goals this season.
He's a good-looking sophomore, part of the youth of the America East. Be around a couple more years.
Pole goal opportunity tip there. Backed up by Haley. UMBC Stadium, he had the game winner for Vermont over Albany back in 2021. Catamounts' first ever win at Albany.
Dodge just keeps on winning faceoffs.
9 of 12 now.
Now they're still going with Zach Dudley right now for this opening faceoff, so we'll see what goes on here as it transpires. You might see more of Trey Fleece getting a look at it. UMBC is able to get the first one there, so that's encouraging for them. Inside position, gets himself the first goal of the second half.
Hall with 4 goals against Merrimack earlier this season.
UMBC's got the first 2 face-off as Dudley gets his second in a row.
And both went fairly clean, too, so that's really on Dudley.
Yeah, so sometimes it's just figuring out, once you know, hey, how do I counter what he's doing? So once you figure out your counter, that is probably the biggest help for what Dudley just was able to do for the first 2 face-offs, because Dodge was owning him in the first half. 7-5 UMBC.
Galloway with a 5-goal performance against Bryant. He's got his 27th of the year. 2-goal lead for UMBC, 9:45 to go here in the third.
UMBC here to start the second half to balance that out.
Vermont more than 14 minutes now without a goal. And off the check. The UMBC ball.
For his second of the day.
Back to a 2-goal margin here. Whitaker now with 28 on the season. Dudley again, slapping 5 with Mark Doherty as he comes off the field.
You like to see when teams make an adjustment, learn what
these championships. Brought to you by Service Credit Union. Off the draw this time, Dodge comes away with it.
It's his first win in the last 6 there, as UMBC had won the last 5. They won all 5.
Goal for the America East Offensive Player of the Year. We mentioned the awards earlier. Other major award winners. Jake Pacino, UAlbany Defensive Player of the Year. Ryan Doherty, the Rookie of the Year from UAlbany. And of course, congratulations to Scott Marr, head coach of the UAlbany Great Danes, as the 2024 Coach of the Year. Well-deserved honor for Coach Marr, one of the great people in the game, not just one of the great coaches in the game.
7th time, the most in the league history for the America East. The defense, because as far as who's sliding, who's going, because you're not in a 6-on-6 set, Whitaker's able to take advantage of that and tie this game up.
4th consecutive game with a hat trick for Whitaker. He had 4 against UMass Lowell, 3 against Bryant, 3 against UMBC.
Dodge gets the big face-off right there as well.
As he did early on. Combs now lays it off near side, out low to high, and Frateroli, as UVM scores 2 goals in about 12 seconds, and they've got the lead, 9-8.
That escalated quickly, Rich. Frateroli picks the ball up on the wing for his hat trick. And watch this shot, folks, as he goes low to high, puts it right under the bar on Tingay. Really nice shot. Dodge off the face-off, the feed, low to high elevator. Tingay was already going down low. The ball goes right under the bar. You can see that high shooting percentage we talked about earlier. He's number 2 in the NCAA, and he's not going to miss from right there. That was money.
7th hat trick of the year for Frateroli, and his 5th hat trick in the last 6 games.
Vermont gets the possession on the face-off violation. Threw the ball into that tough sun, and that ball ended up being a turnover.
Final 17 seconds. UVM with 3 goals in 2 minutes and 33 seconds. One more opportunity. Robinson deflects that one deep.